back into the Elizian Aeon. I'm Liz. This is Etheric Messages with Liz. So I'm going to be tapping into some energies today of the day. And this is a timeless read. Well, it's kind of more timed actually because it's to do with the full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, Capricorn today is really about checking in with goals, evaluation, releasing of any bad habits or anything that's been holding us back. It's middle of the year as well, so really looking in and evaluating our progress, seeing where our goals have been attained and where they haven't been attained so far. It's about taking personal accountability for anything that you might have set in the past and not seen through, or just check, or maybe you have, and celebrating those goals. Capricorn's very much about practicality, about putting into place actionable plans, getting stuff done, hardworking, diligent. But we're also with a bit of a Mercury retrograde in Cancer, so we're looking at the past, rethinking those long-term goals, reevaluating and maybe taking a step away just for a moment to check in and see how things are progressing. It's about our harvest intentions as well. We're celebrating our achievements and receiving gifts, and we're being asked to really have patience and diligence, be a bit more strategic, a bit more disciplined in certain areas. Jupiter is also in Leo, so it's a time to be tying up loose ends, and focusing on pushing forward to level up in whatever we're doing. There is a bit of there might be some tension or frustrations if in regards to any work that we've been doing up until this point of the year. But it's mostly about work and finding your life purpose right now, and stepping into that, seeing what promises that you've made to yourself or to others. And it's also about future manifestation. So having discipline, determination, being responsible, and making forward motions with bold strides. Okay, I pulled some Lenormand cards just before. Actually, I wasn't going to post it, but I've decided I will share it because I think it's more of a general collective reading than for myself. Let me just cleanse out. Okay, so we had what I pulled this morning just before I came online. I haven't even had my coffee yet. I'm just close it anyway. Make me a clear channel for collective consciousness. Call upon my angels, my saints, my ancestors and guides, and make sure that I'm only channeling information that is relevant to our collective today, and rebuking any negative energies. Okay, so we had coming out the man in the stock. So there's a new phase, especially around some masculine energy in your life, personal transformation. There's definitely something coming in, maybe sudden changes in power as well with the bear and the scythe coming in. So if there's been any financial control or authority issues, power struggles, things like that, that looks like that's going to change suddenly. Just take this before it goes cold. All right, and then we've got the child and the snake here. So being careful, just being cautious about any new information that you're getting coming through. Don't be trusting too quickly in people or situations, because it might be a bit innocent, it might be a bit quick to believe people. So yeah, just being aware of that there are some things that you need to be cautious of. You can't just trust everyone willy-nilly. We've got the moon and the four-leaf clover. So there's definitely look around your intuition, around your creative work. This is going to give you a big emotional boost, I think, in terms of confidence and trusting in your ability. There's good things coming to you around this intuitive work that you might be doing. We've got birds and the stars, so there's gossip around your outward appearance, your glow up maybe. Definitely you've got some people are, any rumours or gossip that's been going around in the past, I think people are starting to speak a little bit more kindly on you. Yeah, they're noticing and they're seeing that you're not full of BS, I want to say. So the narrative seems to be changing a little bit. And then we've got books and the tree. So there are some secrets coming to the forefront, maybe about health or family lineage, or you know, some long-term growth. You're gaining some knowledge, maybe some spiritual knowledge, if I feel, and so stepping into that. So I'm going to move straight on to the situations, but as I said, there's a lot of focus on career and work ethic and stuff, especially with Cancer. With Capricorn in the full moon. So yeah, just being aware of that and just taking stock of what you've been doing so far. Get some astro dice first. Ooh. Okay, so the Sun, the 5th house of creation, birth, love, things coming in, and that's Pisces. Okay, so yeah, your outward appearance, and Pisces about emotion. I'm a Pisces. The feeling around the, you know, fluidity, forward facing, and your creative side. So really tapping into that flow state, and yeah, looking at where the placements of the Sun, the 5th house and Pisces land in your chart. But yeah, it's definitely about creation. You're birthing in new ideas, maybe a bit of love around what you're doing as well. Let's get some situations. So last night I had a bit of a download about, what was it? It was about shedding and regeneration, or replenishment. That was it. So shedding away of the old layers, these things that no longer serve. Maybe it's an image, maybe it's a mask that you've worn for a long time, maybe it's a career that you've had, or a label that you've given yourself. So shedding our old skin, in a sense. I got that with the snake and the liniment as well. But it came to me because I was thinking about, you know, women's issues. Okay, so every month we shed away. Yeah, every moon cycle we shed. And how do we replenish our energies? You know, especially for women, we're talking about, you know, the loss of iron and stuff like that. And I've been craving liver. This is crazy. I don't even like liver. I hate liver. And I was vegan for a really long time. But now and again, I get really strong cravings for something like liver or spinach or something like this. And why is that? It's because it's iron, it's folate, it's to replenish, to help with regeneration. And so our body is a metaphor. It's the macrocosm and the microcosm, right? So on a micro level, our body is like the universe. Whatever falls away, whatever has to shed, has to be replenished or makes room for the new. The same with the snake that sheds its skin. It has to replace it with other energies, right? So nutrients, and the body really represents that, especially the woman's body, because it's on such a monthly cyclical basis. We have to make sure that we're taking care of it, what we're putting into it, what we're investing our time in, and our energies. How are we feeding that so we can help with the regeneration process? So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but that was the message that I got. All right. Should have been shuffling. Right, so straight off, I've got child coming out. Shuffle again. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot of innocence around, and so maybe new ventures, new ideas are coming in. And this is related in the fact that we're shedding away some old ideas, mental processes, or paradigms that we've been stuck in. Maybe the beginning of the year we had certain goals and notions, and we didn't, we went through a dark night of the soul. Or we're about to oh my gosh, what's the word? Transcend out of this old way of thinking. Yeah, we've got some divine intervention and we're being shielded from something right now, and that's probably to do with this, you know, harvest moon phase. Oh, that's too many. But yeah, keeping our innocence about us, but also being clever, and shielding, letting go. Okay, so yeah, letting go of any illusions. All right, so just energies to be aware of right now. There's like a mother figure, a feminine figure, maybe a mother, stepmother, mother-in-law, and some copycat energy, and lost soul is coming out again. So yeah, there might be some others around that are trying to get into your energy right now because of your glow up. People might be this mother figure. It doesn't have to be a mother, actual physical mother, but it could be, you know, someone that embodies mothering qualities, or technically should. Yeah, they're probably seeing this glow up and kind of wanting to have it rub off on them a little bit. There's somebody really watching you closely around this time, but have detachment. Okay, there's been some past abuse because you are a healer. Yeah, how much abuse can a healer handle is a question I want to ask, because, you know, we take it for granted, I think, how much that we're willing to take on and how much we do heal and we transcend and transmute these negative or abusive energies without really taking stock of that and remembering our sacred power. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Okay, there's something about your Akashic records. What about them? What about Akashic records? I need to know about the Akashic records. Thank you. Alright, so a scammer has come up with some backup plan. Or they have a backup plan. You've got clear vision, and okay, so you're binded to your clear vision. You have it's written in your Akashic records, but some scanner is trying to get into the energy. They're looking at a backup plan, and they're looking at another way because they've not been able to get into it. And this is scammer is coming out under the mother and copycat indications here. So this, yeah, somebody's false for sure. Somebody's really like a bit jealous of this glow up that you're having. They're really wanting to come in and try and bind to you in some way, but you've got clear vision. So it's just reminding you, and as it came up with the child and the snake in the Lenormand, not trusting completely at face value anyone that's coming in, you know, strongly, offering like some presentation of themselves that might not be fully, it's false. You are shielded, and divine intervention is happening. It has been happening. I think this has been the energy for the last couple of days. You've got protection. They might be trying to trigger another dark night of the soul for you, trying to get in on those, and trying to mess with your clear vision and cause illusions. But the Spirit's saying to have detachment, become unshackled by the past. This this, yeah, like I said, this full moon is really letting go of that. It's taking stock of how far you've come on this journey so far. Anything else? Okay, yeah, and just making sure that if you are doing any astral projection work to shield your energy, make sure that you're doing protection around yourself before you're leaving. And going into it with a clear mind and a focused intent. Okay. Yeah. Because you're in your life purpose. There's a timeline jump coming up for you. And you are angelic. All right. So yeah, very much about, you know, checking in with your own energies, protecting yourself, shielding yourselves. And there might be somebody coming in with a bit of a slightly false presentation of themselves, but you have clear vision, and it's been written into your Akashic records. So yeah, I don't think you're going to fall into any illusions here. Oh, and just at the bottom of that I had 7 chords. So yeah, if you have done any cord cutting ceremonies or anything like that, if you don't know how to do them, just have a look on YouTube. There's plenty available to help you with that. But just to yeah, do it again if you feel the need to. You've already rescinded these contracts, these old contracts. So anyone trying to get into that is they're kind of wasting their time. Not to say that we can't make amends with people, but yeah, it's not always just a simple, clean-cut forgiveness as a solution, right? Some things that you can't, you know, especially if you're on a new journey, you can't really mess with that. You don't want to be messing with your energies and bringing in old people, situations and things, habits into your new pathway. Yeah, it's definitely an ending, and we've got some period of rest for you at the moment. It's a time of pausing and reflecting. Alright, so let's get some tarot. What's the situation right now for collective, please, Spirit? Where's the current energy? Thank you. Alright, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles, we're looking at taking stock, you know, not being too possessive, I want to say, but you kind of at a pausing place in life. Things are coming in, things are starting to flow back in for you, whereas maybe in the past you might have what do I want to say, not have had that same kind of balance. But it is, yeah, it's coming in now. I think you're beginning to find your footing financially, on a material level. Sorry, I'm going to finish this coffee. Oh, that's better. I'm awake. So, yeah. All right, so the focus is on material. What else do we need to know about this, Spirit? Okay, 3 of Wands, and it's in transit. So, you know, definitely new beginnings. And it feels like it's transiting out, actually. You're on a forward journey, or you've already started it, and you're looking at moving ahead now. To clarify, yeah. So yeah, it's not a new journey, again, the Fool coming out in reverse. So this is about being careful, being cautious about it, starting anything new without the full picture, without embodying the full picture. Be aware of people trying to destabilize you, especially in this Four of Pentacles energy. Well, look, what else do we need to know? This came out, yeah, the Fool came out straight over the Three of Wands crossing. So it's in the near future in collective energy, or we need to be aware of. Okay, there's a Star. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody around that is trying to I've got Page of Swords coming out with that. So somebody's impulsive and they're trying to kind of dim your shine. They're looking to get in on this star power that you've got with their intelligence. Maybe they're trying to use a bit of their way with words to get around you and come back into your life. So yeah, just being aware of that. Who is this Page of Swords? Who is the Page of Swords? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, somebody who's been trying to burden you, who's backstabbing, betrayal. They're being sneaky. They're definitely, yeah, they're being sneaky about how they're getting into your energy. They might be coming around with a sub story. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about this Page of Swords energy. Queen of Swords. Okay, so yeah, you're sitting on the throne. The Queen of Swords is really about you using your balance, your intuition to balance your intellect and cut through conflict, using your logical side to rule over this. A lot of Swords energy. So what do you need to be aware of? Why is this important to the collective? No, shuffle. Why do we need to be aware of all these Swords energies? The Queen of Wands in the upright. She's very much secure in her power, in her capacities, in her intellectual bodies, in her you know, well-rounded to sit on the throne, and she's facing away. So okay, we've got the Five of Wands. Again, this is crossing. So it's kind of like an end to conflict. It's celebration and collaboration, but it's a crossing. So yeah, things aren't that clear. There's might be in the recovery stage, or somebody's looking for, yeah, this is repeating. It's somebody's looking for resolution of conflict or celebrations, but maybe they're not. Clarify the Five of Wands sideways. Okay, yeah, endings, death. Yeah, there's some endings to past, it may be, whatever suggestion of this celebration, of this coming together of community, I think there's an actual ending to it. I think Spirit's urging you to kind of continue on the path that you've already started, without becoming aware and not being swayed by any story of like, or any misrepresentation of joyous times and celebrations and, oh yeah, we should do this, coming together parties. Is that right, what you're saying? Party, like, yeah, let's go out, let's have a good time together. leave your work behind. I think that, yeah, this is the energy that I'm getting. Like, people want to get you to go out, and as I said at the beginning with the full moon in Capricorn, this is about letting go of any vices or addictions. And I'm not talking like, you know, strong ones, but just not being swayed into maybe drinking or taking up some old, putting you out of your balance point, basically. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Tell us about the Four of Pentacles reflected. Okay. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse. So, immature, definitely immature energy about, you know, trying to play on your worldly aspirations, you know, having a good time, maybe being a bit open to things. So yeah, it's not a good time right now for you to be out spreading your seed or getting into situations with people, because there are things that you're not seeing. So that's more. Okay, yeah, it's not the time for celebration. Six of Wands in reverse. Sorry, the Four of Wands in reverse. It's not a time for. It's an unstable environment right now, especially with concerning home and partnerships, families, things like this. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse. So there's some. This might be a masculine. This might be a tyrannical leader, or somebody like a narcissist kind of energy around you, who's good with words, trying to get you out of this. Or it could be the mother figure. You know, tarot has no gender, so it's just the energy that surrounds it. On the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Cups. So there are, yeah, Eight of Cups, you know, we're talking about emotional fulfillment and feeling satisfied, continuing on the journey. Just a second, Jack, 1 second. All right, I'm back, sorry. Just my son's just woken up, it's early today. So the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So we're talking about, again, moving on from the past, you know, letting go of anything that's been holding us back emotionally. It's no longer, it's not serving. Whatever situation this is, that somebody's trying to pull you back into, I don't think you're going to. I don't think that's the energy that you're in, or we're in collectively. Yes, it's nice to hear those words. Maybe you've been holding out for a long time on these apologies, on these people stepping up to the game and realizing the crap that they put you through, taking ownership. But it's not. It doesn't feel like it's going to come through sincerely. It's kind of the universe giving you an opportunity to bring this up. If anyone does come in now with any of these nice words and declarations, I think it's the universe is telling you, giving you the opportunity to look at it so that you can release it, or that you have the confirmation that you can release it, because it's not going to serve you moving into this next timeline. There are ulterior motives I'm feeling underneath this, whatever they're coming in with, and it's really about trying to gain the upper hand with a narrative and exerting their power. Yeah, because this reading's pretty much all about wands and swords. So yeah, intellect, the fire energy and the air energy. So yeah, just being aware of that. Can you get some? This one. Tell us a little bit more, Spirit. Do the collective need to know? Okay, family abandoned on the split. So family abandoning. on the split. Yeah, there's been some... You've left out, you've been feeling left out, where you walked away from situations that were cold around family. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. You are healing, you're releasing, purging, cleansing away this situation, this old involvement, these old connections. And they don't serve, they're not serving you. Despite what anyone else might want, you've got a new perspective. You know that you're better off, and you're happier clearing out that headspace. Without them, you might have to reject some people that want to come back around right now. They abandoned you, they dismissed you, and they tried to play on your irrational fears. Yes, mistakes were made, but they're lost souls. They misunderstood you, and now they're playing the victim. That's the narrative that they're going to come in with. Oh, you don't know what happened. It was because of this, and I only did it because this, blah 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 blah. Whatever excuses they're going to come up with, it's fine. You can reject that. Spirit's giving you the good go-ahead to absolutely reject it. You don't have to be mean about it. I mean, I don't think anyone here in my collective is mean, but yeah, just being firm in it. It's okay to say no. Okay, because things have broken. You had your heart broken, things were shattered for you, and that past timeline has been completely destroyed. There's no use in clinging on to the past. You can't cling on to it, and whoever from your past is trying to cling on to it, they're clinging to an old version, obsessing over what was. You're not in this energy of chasing thrills anymore and looking for a good time and excitement, because you know you've come into contact with something greater, or you're already on the journey, on this healing journey. You're already doing the work to move forward with a more complete and more holistic way of enjoyment. They're thinking about you a lot. They're missing you, but they're missing an old version of you. Their desire, and they've got cravings, and they want to play on your cravings. They think that if they can get in with this old version of you, if they can somehow switch you back off your timeline, that they'll have like a second chance. They'll be able to get into this energy, but I don't think they will. I don't know your story, but this is the energy that I'm reading. You are letting go, you're releasing, you're moving on. And that's what Spirit's encouraging us to do right now. Keep walking away. There's nothing to hold, there's nothing to get their hooks into here. It's not arrogance, it's not pride, it's not you being stubborn, but you can stay firm. If you've created boundaries, you had to dissolve your ego to walk away from a lot of these old relationships and situations. You had to have a full ego dissolution. So is it okay to be to have pride in that? Absolutely, because you know yourself now. It's time. This is a new cycle. These are moments that you are creating to forge ahead in your new pathway. You've been gaining deeper knowledge, and long-term growth is your goal, I suppose. There are influences, people trying to form attachments, and third parties and peers. That's always going to be the case, I think, for all of us, regardless of what it is. Maybe, you know, you like to party a bit in the past. Maybe you were a bit codependent on others for financial support, for stability, for friendship groups, to enjoy yourself. You felt like you couldn't do things on your own, but this is past energy. You're more than capable of forging your own path. Yes, you are loyal. Your loyalty has never been in question. you're able to relate to others, to trust. You've always been a pillar of trust for other people, and believing that just because you're saying no doesn't mean your loyalty is in question. Okay. Whatever emotional storm that they're bringing in with this apology is only going to bring sorrow. You don't have to accept this. You don't even have to take on this sorrow. That's not yours to carry. You let go of that burden before. Whatever turmoils and they want forgiveness, and but because they're grieving the loss and they're in a bit of depression, they're unstable, and they're trying to affect you. So don't let that happen. Sorry, I'm very tapped into this reading because it's a similar. We've all got similar situations, I think, when this collective. I know exactly who this is. For me, I don't know who it is for you, but you'll feel it. Don't worry. I mean, I'm not worried about it, and I don't think you guys should be either. It's just, it is what it is, and this is gonna. It's not even a test anymore, is it? You've done so much work. Just being confident in who you are now. You don't have to keep looking back or worrying. You're not in that same mindset. You have, yeah. Cloudy judgment came out in the reverse. You don't have cloudy judgment. You are no illusion, and you are completely balanced now. You know what was distorted in the past, and it can't affect you because you've already let it go. They're holding on to some bitterness and resentment, anger. Yes, your healing journey, sadly, will cause resentment and bitterness in other people. Whatever success that you're reaping in life, whatever you're moving forward with maybe family, new friendships, lovers, career, whatever it is, there are always going to be some bitter Bettys around. Sorry, I'm Betty as well, but bitter Bettys that want to see you fail. They want to either be included and then treat like crap when you are. They give you the silent treatment when you're on the up. Then they lust over what you've got. You put up more boundaries. They get confused. And they can't see the beauty in what you're doing. So it's just it's the same cycle. We know this cycle so well, don't we? We're sick of the stonewalling. It doesn't even affect us anymore. No, there's no words for this stonewalling. They're non-committal. They don't know when to draw the line with the attacks, and they're always unsure and uncertain. They tell you one thing and then they tell you another thing, and they use their charm to pull you down, and then they talk crap about you behind your back. So yeah, Spirit saying, we see, you see it, we see it, they see it from above. Everybody knows what's going on. It's not going to work anymore, right? All right, so yeah, get rid of that energy. I feel like I got to sage off. Oh, this energy does my head in. Yeah, I'm gonna cleanse that out with some Palo Santo because I don't like sitting in that energy. It's not very nice. I ran out of candles and my wicks have dropped right down, so I got some old birthday candles this morning. I thought, hey, happy birthday to, look, where are they? Let me show you. That was funny. I like the birthday candles, but they burn down so quick, but they do in a pinch. Alright, get rid of that. I don't even want to look at these cards anymore. Thank you very much, Spirit. Thanks for showing us. But I think we can let that go. Bye-bye. Alright, I want to get something positive come up for you. I mean, it is positive. There's not really positive and negative in tarot, but I think, yeah, when we're reading into the energies that people are projecting onto us or around us, it can bring it down, right? It can get a bit heavy. So what message do you have, Spirit, for the Love and Light Oracle? energy. It's the center of the viewer. We've got become still so you may hear God. For the life of every living thing is in his hand, and the breath of every human being. That's John 12:10. Yeah. So it's about taking stock, stability, just centering in. You don't need to be affected by these energies coming in. As long as awareness is awareness is caring, right? We can be aware of things and we don't have to take them on for ourselves. Just having a heads up is nice sometimes. But you probably already know about this. Whatever, just caution. Don't be naive. Don't fall into there. Don't be taken in by a sub story. I know how I want to feel. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. All right. Anything to close it out? Oh no, you wouldn't put up affirmations. Okay. Affirmation card then. If you'd like to let me know, and if you do want any personal readings, I am offering them on through my links on my site, on the bio link site in my profile. You can get in touch, reach out. I don't do many, so spots are limited, but I am available right now to do a few readings because I am quite high energy, so I can take on a little bit of extra work. Okay, I am patient, I am calm, and I am confident. Okay, yeah, so Spirit's just reminding you, I am patient, I am confident, and I am calm. So just reminding you to stay in these energies. You've done so much work. You're not going to be swayed by some underhand tactics or old energies. That old you doesn't exist anymore. You can stay calm, you can stay confident, and it's just about patience. Now you're beginning to harvest in with this full moon in Capricorn. It's a harvest. It's a time for harvest and replenishment. So you can have the patience and stay on your path, or reevaluate it altogether. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Thank you so much for joining me. All my links are in my website, in my bio and the description below. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guardians and ancestors. And have a wonderful day. Much love. Bye bye.